I got an early copy of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I have been playing for more than 30 hours now and learned way more about the things we will be doing post-launch because a familiar face is back. It's really cool and I will tell you how this system works in this video. I also want to show you the Ultimate Edition in action, including the wolf mount, and tell you how to unlock it. So a like on the video would really help the channel out. And let's go. Let's start with the announcement of my new weekly Valhalla giveaway for Helix credits. So you can get one of the armor sets in the game without spending money. Just click the link in the pinned comment for a chance to win. You have to be a subscriber of the channel before you enter, and good luck. And I did a big Watch Dogs Legion giveaway recently and I've been sending codes to winners now. And we also got Honey Roof already on Twitter noting that he won. So check your email if you haven't already. And otherwise, good luck with other giveaways. Let's start with that ultimate pack that you can already get relatively early on in the game if you got the collector's edition or the ultimate edition of Valhalla, although you can also get it separately. But more on that and other items in a second. No, but it's already really cool to run around in this set in Norway. So at one point you will reach your camp. It's really early on in the game and then you can interact with some people there. After that you want to talk to Randvi. But because the people inside are still busy, you decide to see Valka the Seer first. And the moment you get that quest, you will actually have the Ultimate Edition items appear in your inventory. So they can just go to the gear menu and put them on. And it's a really nice armor set, especially the bear helm is amazing. Still one of the coolest headgear that I found so far. And in this game you can of course see it in cutscenes, which is great. So you also got the bear pelt on the cloak, and that's overall really cool about outfits in Valhalla. They basically have two looks, because when you put on the cloak in the tool menu, you got a green cape and hood all of a sudden. So that's how you will look when you try to approach a camp the stealth way. And it's awesome that you can see the tattoos a bit as well, thanks to the chest piece not covering the full body. So I really like this armor set overall. It's quite good too. It's a bear armor set, obviously, so for the warrior playstyle, increasing your speed when taking damage until you heal yourself up to 5 times. Meaning that when you take damage, you get increased speed, and this can increase up to 5 times. So it's really a risk-reward thing. You can of course heal yourself thanks to food you find in the world, but you do not regenerate health over time. So you will stay in this critical spot, but you then do enjoy the extra speed. And this effect triggers when having 2 items of the set equipped. If you have the full set equipped, you get an additional increased attack and armor, which of course is also great. But the thing is with Valhalla, and we also talked about this in the weekly Assassin's Creed Valhalla podcast that I've been doing for a while now. I will leave a link to it in the video description, but it's really up on any podcast service. Either way, it's very important info to know, because armor sets just don't come by that often. Like, you will really be running around in the Raven Clan armor set that you get very early on in the game for maybe 10 hours or so, depending on if you go look for new gear. In Odyssey, the Ultimate Edition pack was pretty much useless because you got the items on level 5, so the moment you reached level 8, you could already equip better gear. In Valhalla, the Ultimate Edition pack is very valuable because you don't just get armor sets that often. Like, don't worry, I will have videos up telling you locations for other gear in the game as well, because if you know the locations, then you can get them pretty quickly, but if you're just like playing the game blind, it will take a while before you get new gear. Let's go back to the Ultimate Edition pack, because we got way more to go over, like the Bear Claw axe that also focuses on healing yourself, because when you actually heal yourself with this axe, you will increase your attack. So you remove the extra damage after taking hits from the armor set bonus, but still get an attack boost, which is nice. And the shield just overall increases your damage after taking a hit, so the weapons and the armor set kinda work together. The other items from the Ultimate Edition can be used when you reach England. Like, I wanted to get that wolf mount, of course, immediately. So then you have to build a stable in your settlement or just visit a stable in the world. And that's, by the way, how you overall change the mounts in this game. You cannot do it via the inventory menu, so you really have to visit a stable. And here you can also change the bird skin, and we got the Moonin black and white raven skin that I quite like. Yeah, going back to the wolf mount for a second, because it's enormous. Like, we already saw some footage of it before launch, but damn, it's just really awesome to have. Like, the horses, they kind of feel similar to what we've already seen in the previous games. So riding around on a wolf is pretty cool. And I think that this is a different one than the one we saw in that IGN footage. Like, that one has some stripes. So maybe there's another way to get a wolf mount without spending extra money. I really hope so. You need to build your shipyard in your settlements to be able to unlock the berserker ship. And I really like the red ship design. It got a pretty cool figurehead as well. And there are also these special settlement cosmetics that you can put in dedicated spots in your settlement. Like, they are fine. Overall, these items are not that interesting or exciting. You can change the big tree though, which is something you will notice a bit more. So that's everything that is included in the Ultimate Pack. It's really quite a lot, and especially nice early on in the game. If you did not get the special edition, then you can still buy it in the Helix store if you want. And the Helix store actually already has 3 character packs at the launch that also include a new mount and a bird skin. The Valkyrie set is the true standout here, although I actually like the Jogger set as well. And I already got the hammer of that, while the Helix credits are not available yet on console at the time of this recording. And I got that hammer thanks to Reda. And if you played Origins, then he will of course be familiar. He was our daily quest giver and had the Heka chest where you could spend in-game money to try and get a Helix store item. I really love stuff like this. It's a nice Easter egg for people who played Origins a lot and also sticked around for the post-launch content that, if you follow the channel for a while, we of course did together for a long time. The Animus is likely doing some trickery, I think, and that's why he suddenly appeared here in England. Either way, how it works is that Reda has a weekly and a daily selection, and the weekly selection is comparable to Odyssey. Every week on Tuesday, so actually the same time as the Odyssey weekly reset, the items will refresh, and you bet that I'll be doing a stream every week to showcase the items immediately, so that's gonna be fun. The weekly selection includes 3 items, which is quite nice and a step up from the one that Sargon was selling at the launch of the game. And these items can include everything. Like, I saw a special mount once, a shield, but the tattoos can be here too, ship designs, like everything from the Helix store. And they can also appear in the daily selection that, yeah, resets every day. So instead of spending your currency on a random loot box, now what you can do is just save the opal, it's called, and just wait for an item that you want to appear in this daily or weekly selection and then buy it. And they also increased the amount of opal you can get per week compared to the orichalcum from Odyssey. So again, opal is the new currency that you, by the way, can also find in the world, just like orichalcum. But an easier way to get it is through completing 2 daily contracts that Reda will have for you every day. These are just randomly generated, I think based on areas you've already been to or are close to, and they are really easy tasks, like kill these roaming enemies or save this hostage in a camp. I now did the dailies multiple times already, and I had the same one a few times. So it's really just no brain, complete it, and then you get 5 opal per daily contract. So that means that you can get 10 per day and 70 per week, but on top of that we also got a weekly quest that is slightly different. It's a little more challenging, and this gave me 20 opal. So that means that you can get 90 in 1 week if you play every day. And a gear item is, for example, 100, a weapon 120, and a mount 150. So if you play every day, then in less than 2 weeks, you can get one of the mounts if it appears in the daily selection or the weekly selection. Again, the chance is pretty high because it refreshes every day. I now bought this super powerful mace after having played for a week. And the nice part is that these items do not have to be upgraded anymore, so you immediately get them on the highest rarity. I will talk more about the mace when I get my hands on the full Draugr set, but yeah, I think the Reda system so far is pretty nice. Like, you can pretty easily get some of the free Helix items. You unlock Reda after completing 1 story arc in England, then it will be noted that a special merchant has entered your settlement. So totally, when you reach that point, do these dailies every day and the weekly to get these powerful items or cool cosmetics for yourself. I will be highlighting these items very soon here on the channel, so totally subscribe for everything Valhalla if you haven't already. A like on the video would really help the channel out. If you, by the way, already want to see the full Helix store and other raw gameplay, then totally click on the screen to go to my second channel with way more Valhalla content. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.